What's up, everybody?
So,
Okay, so welcome to this stream. We're going to be talking about Cursed, an album. We're at the 2-year anniversary of Cursed release. And I have here Angel's Lie to Keep Control, which is going to be a co-host with me, and then I have Aaron. Aaron Walters, which is the mastermind behind all the albums and music and all that stuff. So, uh, Aaron, go ahead and introduce yourself.
hello, the madman, I guess as some would call me. Yeah, just Cursed. Was a really fun project. Chris and I got together, and that was at 2021. And Chris is a production wizard, all around good guy, and we used to work at Best Buy together, and it this led us to this project here. So now 2 years old. I guess that's my introduction.
Okay, yeah, that was good. So Cursed, let's talk about kind of how it came into fruition, how it seemed to start and develop.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, it was originally a film idea. I wrote a screenplay called Limbo about 10 years ago that just kind of led to this, kind of led to the musical side, um, which Limbo had other names, but that was the working title. And it just kind of that project did a full 360 and it turned into this. So I think that's really cool. It spawns now the new name Cursed spawns from for gamers that love Castlevania games. Castlevania 2, what a horrible night to have a curse. That phrase, it's in one of the songs. So I thought, cool title. So that's how that came about.
Okay, so we do have a couple of demo songs, and we'll have questions after each song. We will start with the first one that we have. I don't have a video of it, but I do have the audio. I could play a video in the background to kind of give us a little bit of I guess ambience or whatever. And the first one is called The Stinger. Really quick before we play The Stinger, originally it was supposed to be a stinger. It was really short. But adding it to the album and we had to add more time, if I'm correct, right?
Right.
And
Yeah,
so
and
we kind of go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say you did an amazing job too, turning that into, I think a great intro song.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be a stinger. We had to add more time, so I kind of just added to it and made it into a longer project than normal for a stinger. And it actually worked pretty darn well.
It was the
Um
neat thing. It was originally all guitars, and you took that into the synth world and made that a really cool.
mhm.
It reminded me of like a '70s kind of synth thing, '70s and '80s kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
it worked
yeah,
out
that
pretty
kickstarted the
so
album.
well. And this is the video that's going to just keep on repeating itself without sound. So we can play the stinger really quick. And let me get to the stinger first. Right here. And this is an example of it. I'm going to be quiet while this is playing.
Tonight, coming at you live, it's Nick's on the 106 The Sledgehammer. Have we got a bloodbath for you? What a horrible night to have a curse.
106.6 The Sledgehammer.
And that was it right there. That was the intro to the album. So Aaron, go ahead and talk about the creative process with it.
Well, that one, it's kind of an interesting story. Years ago, I believe it was a digital 8-track, I made that. It was all guitar demos. And that was just kind of in between bands of mine, just something I was writing for fun. Here it is all these years later, we turned that into the intro, which I've had other friends kind of say they like it, and it kind of sets the tone for the album. You kind of get it right there in that first song. And we even expanded on that. The actual stinger is a little bit later on. I kind of did it as a joke, but it worked out really good. Um, and me playing this character for the album, I was playing kind of a disc jockey, kind of into the world scenario. You got all these, my love for horror movies. You got all these creatures about. You got werewolves. You got zombies. We got killer clowns or whatever, the Circus of Fear. We got all kinds of stuff going on. So this kind of sets it up, and I think it does a good job in, setting that tone for the album.
Yeah, it was an interesting thing. That was my first time actually putting these these scents, these kind of monotone scents in a song. Um, because I did so much different stuff, which we'll get into this one later. But for what I did for the Limbo song, which I guess is named now Magic Mirror. It
Magic Mirror, yeah,
was yeah, it was a nice process. I was pretty proud of myself adding stuff to it, but I have like a neck for like ominous, dark, gritty horror, suspense type
oh
sounds and
yeah.
stuff. Um,
You brought that grim kind of, I don't know, funeral-esque kind of vibe to that song, and that was perfect. I thought,
yeah, actually, I think the one part of that song that actually makes it feel scary and horror like is when I took that synth sound and I made it go down, like it's slowing down and
oh, it
got
drops
lower
down. Yeah,
and deep. Oh yeah, my favorite
yeah.
part.
That's what. Yeah, that. And those pictures too were cool. It's a short story I want to share. The mannequins that never made it in the film, but my friend, I want to give him a shout out, Rob Brothers. If he hears this later on, he took that picture of those mannequins. That was actually in a mannequin storage unit in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I thought that was a really creepy picture. I never used it for anything else, but it made it in that Limbo teaser trailer. So I thought that was a cool
Yeah,
story.
that actually is coming up soon. I haven't even shown that video yet.
we're
Uh,
getting to the goods on the yeah, but yeah, that was just it was a really awesome thing, and that was another favorite of mine from the album from this project.
so guys, this is actually just a short stream of us just talking about the album, taking questions. If you have questions, feel free to put them out in chat. We'll answer them the best way we can. Angels, do you have questions?
I do. Am I asking them now?
Yeah, ask a question. If you have a question for this song, definitely ask.
Um, it was kind of more over for the overall project. Does the music go with the film?
Oh, that's a good question.
Hmm.
The film idea, I guess. Then that would be
Oh,
for you to
yeah.
answer.
Um, this particular song, no, this was kind of one of the newest ones outside of it. But there are many that would go with the movie. Another one. Let me look at the longer track list here. I know there's a bunch. There was 5 or 6 that do follow the movie. Let's see. Dead End was one. That was one that followed it. Um, the White Noise. Of course, Sam helped me write that one. I wanted to give Sam a shout out for that. He's got credits on that song. Um, there's a few others, but Magic Mirror, pretty much, that was the main one. That was going to be the main theme song of the movie. and then probably 3 or 4 other ones. So, but this kind of turned into kind of a whole new story. So if I was to make, actually make a film for Cursed, it would be a lot different than my actual original screenplay.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of ideas floated around with the curse themes and songs and all the different stuff. I actually was planning on writing more to it once we started doing the video editing,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah, and we had a lot of songs too. I think in total we had like 20 songs, and so there's B-sides and there's extra stuff. But that was a really good question, Angel. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Anyone else have any questions?
Who all do we got in the room?
Well, I show 3 people. It could be right or wrong, but I know Jesse Cat's in here, and I know Michelle Johnson's in here.
Cool.
I don't know who else is in here. Feel free to say hi, guys, if you're in here. Let us know you're here. And if you have any questions, just pop the questions out. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next part. And when questions roll in, we can go back and answer the questions on it.
Okay.
So the next one on the list we have is. Sorry, let me open up the thing I have here.
I think this is your one, Chris. This is yours.
Oh,
am I
yeah.
right? Circus
Yeah,
of Fear?
Circus of Fear. Yeah, Circus of Fear.
Which, by the
So,
way, actually ended up, that was my favorite of yours on this one by far. Just want to throw that out there.
a lot of people liked it.
And it was the highest played on Bandcamp. I'm hoping to get it on Spotify, get numbers up with it, the highest played so far on Bandcamp. So, really awesome job, man.
Yeah, it was fun making it. My whole thought process in it, I'll talk about after the fact, but there was a lot to it when it came to writing that song. I just need to do a presentation really quick before I play the music so people aren't just staring at us. There we go. That's perfect. And there we go. Okay. So this is going to be Circus of Fear. But I'll tell you why I called it Circus of Fear after the fact. But here we go.
I wish I could tell you a story of a night bathed in red, where creatures lurk in the dark and voices whisper in your head. But if I have to tell you, Circus of Fear, you're already dead.
There we go, guys. That was Circus of Fear. Does anybody have any questions about that one?
I was actually going to ask you, Chris, setting into that one a little bit more in the character into it.
You were asking me about what?
I was going to ask you about the setting of that song a little bit more. I know the Circus of Fear, but maybe the character more or less. That's the question.
What? Well, the voice. You talking
You know,
about
with
the
the
voice at
laugh
the
and everything.
beginning?
Right.
Yeah.
That's my favorite spot. But yeah, a little bit more into that laugh and how we use that, you know, in other tracks too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the idea of this one is I'm really obsessed with clowns. I love clowns. And I wanted to kind of write. Thank you very much. I'll about answer her question here in a second. The idea was I'm really into clowns. I was going through a phase with the Joker, of course, new Jokers and movies and stuff, and then my son was really obsessed with it, Pennywise, and he did the voices. And I always thought it was really creepy for people because I know people are scared of clowns. I always thought it was really creepy to have that clown, 1, 2, and 3, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, 2, and or that 1, 2, and 2, 2, and and it's like bam, dun, it's the circus sound that dun 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 dun. And I
Right.
wanted to do that, and I was having a hard time figuring out the how to do it at first. But that's the whole idea of the feel of me using the xylophones and all that stuff and that, and then the ominous
Yeah.
music and things in the background. Now the voice though, I could do a lot of different voices. I can do like I have these voices I've been doing for years, and I could do a lot of different voices, and I could kind of almost do the Joker voice, but I add it without being so high pitched like Heath Ledger or most Jokers. I kind of went more mono, and it's
Mhm.
just pronunciation on some of the stuff I said. I actually did like 4 or 5 takes for that one.
Oh, cool.
Like, I would like to
Yeah, I
tell
was
you
gonna say,
go ahead.
yeah. Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, that probably I was guessing 4 or 5 is what I was gonna guess.
Yeah, well, I have one that's my regular voice. I like to tell you a
Mm.
story. And I have one that's just like with like just like I like to tell you a story, like that. And then I have one
Yeah.
where I added effects to it like a demon sound, like a really like I like to tell you a story is a really deep sound. And then I had one that was like multiple voices added together. I did a high pitch voice, mid pitch, and low pitch voice, and I played that together. And it was okay. It kind of sounded almost ghosty. And then I did the Joker part, which my son loved it. And I was like, let me just do that because I could do a really mad Joker laugh, which is what you used in a lot of other those projects on that album. But
Yeah. Well, I used that a cool moment. You know, it's toward the end of the album, but it goes into this like really happy song, and then it switches into a nightmare kind of thing. And that last,
yes,
it's just like 10 seconds of it, but you're in a nightmare world in those 10 seconds. You know, and
yes. So this right
it
here, I'll
works.
play it from the beginning. At the beginning of Circus of Fear, you'll hear the laughs, and then you'll hear it taper off in the background. Laughs repeat themselves. And that was a hard effect to do, but I did it, and I was pretty proud of myself from the beginning of it.
I wish I could tell you a story of a night bathed in red, where creatures lurk in the dark and voices whisper in your head. But if I have to tell you, Circus of Fear, you're already dead.
Okay, that part where you hear the laughs start building up in the background and kind of just do an echo in the back, that was an effect just for one laugh. I actually took it and just was cutting and pasting and blending it in different ways. But see, the pronunciation was hard though, because even though it worked out with the voice I did for the intro of that song, I kind of was disappointed
Hmm.
where it's like whisper in your head. It almost sounded like I was like lisping, and I didn't like that part, but my son loved it, so I was like, I'll keep it in there. And I still have all the
Yeah,
other
those
takes to it too.
Oh, cool. We
What's
should
up,
do some
Brett?
type of reel for that, maybe like a vocal thing. I thought about doing that for a few of my other songs where I did like this a cappella, putting that together as just one vocal track,
Yeah,
isolated.
I actually had a song I was actually going to do for this album back then, where I had my son, like, I have the audio. I just found it too. I still have it on my computer. But I had this part where my son says, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, where are you?" And
Oh, cool.
then he at the close to the end, he's like, "Daddy, Daddy, I'm scared." And it was so cool as a little kid saying that. And I was going to write a song
Yeah.
around it, like a little just sounds and crazy sound stuff. And I probably was going to have the Joker voice because I actually have this monologue with the Joker that I do. I have two different monologues with the Joker that I do that my son loved to listen to over and over and over again in my car. And I was going to add, like, I was going to put that kind of in the Circus of Fear, but I never got the feeling of that there was actually supposed to be a child in the theme of it running away and scared of clowns. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to do it in a different way. And so I was planning a different way, but I never got to use it because everything happened on my end when it came come to my diagnosis and family stuff and all that. And of course, our friend from Best Buy passing away. A lot of
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah, man,
But
that was
that
rough.
was
And
yeah, very rough.
but hey, man, future song right there. Future, we'll do another one, maybe a sequel.
Yeah,
You know me,
I wanna get my equipment, the equipment I'm planning on getting, I wanna get that, and then I'll be down to do everything and anything, man. I'm gonna sit there and do
cool.
so many songs, and my YouTube's gonna
You
filled
know,
with it, and my DistroKid and everything.
it's funny. I told you earlier. My son's got most of my big equipment. I'm doing, it'll be a lot better when I get some of that back. But I'm doing all my piano stuff and string sound now on my little. I have a little small laptop. I'm doing it on that on the keys on it. So it's hard, but it's it's just like that virtual instruments.
Yeah, and that's why I
But yeah,
need a
man, we'll
media
definitely
controller
rock
because it's
out.
easier to control all that stuff, to write it all down and stuff, but I'm gonna answer her question really quick.
Okay, yeah,
So
let's
she
get to some
asked
questions and
Yeah, so Michelle Johnson asked, very well done, Viper 2002. There we go. I keep on double clicking. I can see and hear this in the background of a true crime podcast or movie. What inspires you? Well, the inspiration for me, and this could be in the podcast or a background of a movie. We're actually about to show one that's was supposed to be part of a movie, but my
yeah,
inspiration is I'm into dark themes and I'm really into scary movies. I'm really into ominous, like, um, kind of like I'm into darker movies. I'm into darker things. I'm into Halloween, and I can understand the feeling of it better than like a happy-go-lucky song. Of course, I am a musician. I do write metal music with lyrics that are about pain and suffering and self-harm and depression and stuff. So I can feel it.
yeah.
Like I'll explain when we get to one that I wrote for the movie that we're supposed to do. I actually have a
Hmm.
whole backstory with how I came up with the different tones, and I'll talk about that when that happens. But yeah, my inspiration basically is I'm into music and I'm into dark things. Um, yep,
Yeah, man,
that
you
was
you
that.
definitely brought that side to it, and I think mine was just you can hear it in the songs, but video games like '80s video games,
Yeah,
Castlevania, Resident Evil, which that'll lead us into the next song, Mike's Itchy Tasty. That was all
yeah, that's
inspired
a
by the very.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I'm rambling now.
No, no, I you keep on going, man. It's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say that was inspired by the very first Resident Evil game. Not the remakes, but the very original. PlayStation One. To go way back. Um, there's a character in there called the Keeper, and it's a really creepy story. He's watching over the mansion, and that's his diary, everything he's going through. And I rewrote it a little bit, sent that to Mike. I want to give him a shout out, Mike Starkey, guest dialogue on that one. And yeah, that was a tough one because that was like a 6 minute, you know, voiceover he had to do. So thought you did a good job on it.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought wasn't there like some creators or something on YouTube or
Yeah,
something that
there's
was going to take it or try and use it in
no, they
film
just
or
liked
something?
it. They're doing a film called The Keeper's Diary. It's a fan project, but it's coming along pretty good. And I just sent him that song. The guy liked it though, so I got a like out of it. I don't really know. I mean, I'm hoping that'd be cool if they use it because that would fit that movie, especially if they use The
Mhm.
Keeper. So who knows, man? There
Well,
could be a door opening up,
I swore I saw a video where that Itchy Tasty was actually used, right?
Wow, no, not that they have. There's an actor playing, I think, that keeper, but it's still early in production, but they're working on it. So I sent them the
Mm.
song. I was just curious. I just told them I'm a big fan of their group, and sent them. I just wanted to see what they thought of the song. So who knows? Maybe they
Eh.
listen to some of the other songs and they might use some of them.
So we had another question about my Joker laugh. Michelle Johnson asked, Viper 2002, yes, you have an awesome Joker laugh. Really like how you combine the sound, music, and laugh. And thank you very much.
Cool.
Yes, I had to combine it because it is a circus theme. I wanted to I wanted to be a circus theme so bad. I couldn't get the countdown. It's hard to write a circus song. Can you believe it? Like dun 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 dun. Dun. It's really hard to write
Yeah,
that
it's
and keep it in as a 3 minute or 2 minute, even a two
the
minute thing.
the time signature on that, but it's cool. It's almost like a waltz. It's almost like it. I kind of felt like I was on some weird like carousel or something on that. When I first heard it.
I
So
tried the
it's
best
cool.
I could to keep that time signature, though. It was really hard for a
Yeah.
circus theme, but it had that circus theme, and I think the only thing that made it really circusy was having the xylophones playing. Um, Plus, not to mention of course, the Joker laugh
This was
repeating in
used
the
that. There was a
background.
couple other instruments, weren't there? There the drums.
Oh yeah, but
Um,
there was a lot of instruments in there, but the xylophones
Trying to
are
remember
what
now.
gave it that circus feel to it. She said a waltz, exactly. But the xylophone
I think I
feel
may have
to
cut
it.
out for a minute and see.
But I think the xylophone kinda gave it the more circusy feel because it didn't really without the xylophones, it didn't really sound or feel circusy. So that's why I added those on there, and I put, like, different, tunings on them where it was kinda like a gave it, like, an eerie tuning feeling, to keep that scary feel to it. But, yeah, I having that laugh repeat in the background too, that was hard to do also, by the way. That was one of the hardest thing to do. I was trying to do it as an echo that would skip back and forth almost like a record player, but I couldn't get it to feel that way. I couldn't figure out how to get it to work properly. So I just had it repeat over and over again, like the small seconds of a laugh, and it worked really well. Okay. So we got a couple questions and all that. So we're gonna go to this next one. So this next one, I don't know how long it is. How is this next one the long version or the short version? It's itchy tasty. Are you there, Aaron? No, I think he walked off. So I guess I'm just going to share my screen again with just the background. And Angels, did you have any questions about any of the stuff that we were just now talking about?
No, I think you answered my questions when you were talking about it after the song, so I'm good.
Ah. Okay. Well, I will say thank you to everyone that has shown up. It's not going to be a long one. I have another panel I have to get on, but we're just gonna talk about this stuff. We still have 2 more songs to do. I wonder is that him trying to talk or yeah, that's his mic going off. Okay, well I'm gonna play the next one. Now the next one is his connection jet dipped. let me just play the next one. So the next one is Monologue. And this was in the album
Can you
too.
guys
This
hear
is
me?
called. Oh yeah, there you
Testing.
are.
1, 2, 3.
I can hear you.
2, 3.
Can you hear us? This is what happened yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Itchy Tasty. So it's about the zombies, if you didn't know. Here we go.
May 9th. At night, to pass the time, I started playing poker with Brandon, the guard, and Big Steve, the researcher. One thing I can't stand about Brandon is his constant smoking during the games. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. I'm gonna put him in his place next game. May 10th. Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. It looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before they actually ate it. I got sick to my stomach at the sight. What have they done? They've gone too far. May 11th. Around 6 o'clock this morning, Brandon came in and woke me up suddenly. He was wearing a protection suit that looked like a spacesuit. He told me to put one on as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder those researchers never rest, even at night. May 12th. I've been wearing this annoying spacesuit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. Curse Umbrella for making us wear such a get-up. By way of revenge, I didn't feed those dogs today. Now I feel better. May 13th. I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on my back and the doctor told me I did not need to wear the spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. I'm exhausted. May 15th. Even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go see Jill. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guards on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leave the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of joke is this? Jill's pissed at me, I know it. May 16th. Met a man named Barry today from the STARS Alpha team. He seems a little suspicious and nervous about being here, but was talking to Wesker about a T-virus. Just the name sends chills down my back. May 18th. I heard a researcher who tried to escape from this mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night. When I was scratching the swelling on my arm, a lump of rotten flesh dropped off. What the hell is happening to me?
May 19th. Fever gone, but itchy. Hungry. And eat doggy food. Itchy. Itchy. Brandon came. Ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. Itchy. Itchy.
Okay, there we go. Itchy Tasty.
And I am back. I think.
Yeah,
One,
you're
two,
back.
three. I went into limbo for a minute there. Bad joke. But so that was Itchy Tasty. Awesome. And I was going to say real quick, Chris, I know we're getting short on time. Any other questions? And I had you in mind to share the link to the Bandcamp. I didn't have that ready, but if you had maybe that ready, could share the
I
link
have
on
it
here. Everybody
ready.
could check it out.
Yeah, I do have it
Cool.
ready. But we just got the Limbo song and then we're done.
Okay, cool. So we just finished Itchy and Tasty. Okay. Itchy Tasty. We'll talk right.
Itchy Tasty. Yeah, and it was the short version. I was hoping it wasn't the long version because I did hear it before. It was a really long version.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike Starkey too. I want to give him a shout out. He's not here tonight, but good friend of mine who did the voiceover for that.
I wish he was here because I'd like to ask him. Like, I could hear the change in his voice all the way till the end. So it was like his voice was changing
Yeah.
as he was turning into the zombie.
What's cool about that? There's very little effects on that too. A lot of people thought I put all kinds of stuff on that. There's delay at the very end. I put a big delay gate on it, but that's like 99.9%. His voice is changing as he goes. That was
That's
all
cool.
performance. Yeah. And when I heard that back, it sent chills down my spine. I was like, oh my God, like, and he, like I said, he did that. I know we talked about it during the test run. He did that in one day. I mean, that was literally a 1 day thing. He had to do that. So kind of cool story, but yeah, that's Itchy Tasty. Thank you again to Mike Starkey.
Yeah, Itchy Tasty. Like, I just remember, I think he told me maybe when we were all grouped up talking about how to pan and stuff. I thought, but I just remember somebody telling me something like that. There's a group from Resident Evil that was going to take care of it. I thought I heard it, but I could be
That
wrong.
was me. I was telling you about the group. Yeah, I sent them. That was the only song I sent them, but I'm hoping they listen to more of the album. I don't know. There's other zombie songs on it,
Yeah.
So I just thought it was cool. The guy gave it a like, and I think he had a comment on it too. So I thought that was cool. But I was just sharing that because it was on Halloween, that year, and so. But yeah, so now we're on to the Limbo song, which is
We're on to Magic Mirror.
Magic Mirror, which another big moment for the album. I think this is one. I know you spent the most time mixing and producing.
I spent a lot of time on this one. I was changing
Yeah.
things and adding things. There's
Lots
a
and lots of
lot.
hours.
Yeah.
But the strings, I wanted to highlight the strings in this song. I think really complements the guitars. They kind of go together really well, and I think the strings really made it. But it's when I first heard it back, it was a much bigger production than I was just like, wow, we went to the next level with it. So
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
put the strings in there. But like, okay, so everyone, just so you know, this was made just from one tiny guitar riff that he sent me.
yeah,
And he was
I'm
like, I'm
literally
gonna write
looping,
off of this. Yeah. Then it was just looping, literally just
which
looping over and over again.
it's funny. I have an acoustic demo of that. I had more parts. Like it was meant to be a classical song. That was the first movement. I had a second movement in it, but that one A minor chord, I just kept it on that. So that's kind of my nod to Moonlight Sonata. Was my inspiration on that one.
Yeah, I just built from the dun dun the notes just from that guitar riff is small little.
Yeah.
I think it was like what, 10 seconds, 5 second just
Um,
string thing.
a little bit, yeah. And then there was that little blip in there where I should have went back and did a retake, but there was a blip, a little mess up, and I know that took a little while to fix that spot. But yeah, dude, you put in. I mean, that was some long nights working on that one, and
I would stay up
that
all night working on it.
that literally kind of and honestly inspired me to want to record more music. So I mean, that kind of opened up the door.
Oh, so I'm the
Me get
reason that you have like 4 or 5 million other albums?
yeah. I mean, part of the reason. So I wanted to thank you in that, man. I wanted to thank you for just the inspiration, you kind of opened up that door for me to kind of want to get back into it. The recording side, I've a lot of these songs I've had for 20 years, is why I'm recording all of them. But it's been rapid fire recording. I'll say that. No breaks between any of the projects. So I'm probably at a stopping point right now, but
It's impressive. Yeah, we spent so much time on it, and I would like to get a hold of Stephen
yeah,
King. I think it'd be
but
so
it
cool.
made me
I
happy. The end result.
always wanted to work on scary films and stuff. Somebody asked
I
if
think what
we we should reach out to Stephen King, basically.
Oh, cool. He's one of my heroes. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would wonder what he would think of Limbo. Like, I wonder what he would think of that story. It's really a short story, so it could be
It's a
it could be
badass
anything. It
story,
could.
though.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I spent like
Yeah.
5 or 6 years writing it, and I had a guy just help me. I want to give him a shout out, Jake Coulter. He helped me format it in a screenplay format because I had no idea how to format it to write it that way. And he took all my notes and just made it more, he didn't change anything. He just made it more where it was readable, it flowed better. So, but yeah,
So
I'm really happy.
ready for Limbo? That's
We have
basically what we're
everybody
talking
hyped
about
up for
right
the.
now.
We're getting people more hyped up for the movie now, so we got to make it, So
I'm down, dude. I told you from the beginning, like I'm down for anything. And
yeah,
I was really interested in getting the prosthetics on that was planned for me. So that girl that does the dead baby
oh yeah,
doll
yeah. I'm
things.
still in touch with her, Julia. Yeah, Julia. She's doing baby dolls and some really cool stuff. And um, I don't know. We'll see. I definitely want to do a film. I think I've got a lot of music out of my system, so now it's kind of maybe the film thing it feels new, it feels fun. So maybe I'll try it out, we'll see. But
Okay,
I'm just
so
happy we
this is
got
going to
the
be
music.
yeah. Well, this is going to be Limbo. This is the final song that we have on the list. This is song number 4. And this is the video that I created for the teaser for the Limbo song, which is now called Magic Mirror. And me creating this one off just small little notes that were on a guitar and building off of it. But here we go. There it is, from the mind of Aaron Walter.
Yeah, that was fun, man. And you did a really good job on that video. So I want to thank you again. And anyone have any questions? I guess we'll get to the last few questions and kind of close it out.
So to answer her question, she's asked if we ever went to the hotel the Shining movie was at. I've never been there. I
Oh,
want to.
I have never. No, that's a future vacation spot for me. I definitely want to visit.
Yeah, because I want to visit. I want to visit the house. They have the actual house is a museum now where they filmed the Halloween movies, Halloween 1 and 2. And the guy that the original Michael Myers actor with the mask and all that, he usually is doing tours in the house, and I want to go there. I want to visit
Oh, cool.
Amityville. I want. There's a lot of places I
Yeah.
want to visit, man.
For me, it's I don't know if anyone's seen the Mothman Prophecies. It's an older movie, but it's Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I want to visit there because, just to see the legend of the Mothman.
Well, thank you, but we don't have a band. These are just passion projects. Well, for me, at least passion
Yeah.
projects.
Well, it's
I
the
bet-
idea. You remember I had that Haunted 3 idea that was there for
Yeah.
a band name, but it's more of our solo projects kind of coming together. So it can be a band, it's kind of
I guess so. Yeah, but I still have my Bane of the Construct band with my personal heavy metal music. But it was so much fun just doing all the work and stuff.
yeah, dude. This was really a collaborative effort. I guess Chris and I, to some extent, we're solo artists, but I'm kind of the same way. I love working with other artists. When it works out good, it's fun. And this was the result of that. We had a lot of work put in, but it was through that 6 months or 7 months, however long it took, half a year, we made these 14 songs, these cool little moments.
So a little bit about this song, though. So to give you an idea of what small things can actually change a whole damn song is that, I mean, small little subtle moves can change a song from being like just a kind of a calming, moving song to like a ominous, dark, kind of suspense, right? So there is a part in this song, like you hear all through the song, there's hand drums in the background, and they're really faint in the background, but you hear the boom boom, and then slight hits and boom boom. It's supposed to mimic kind of a heartbeat. That's why I wrote it that way.
Yeah.
And then you got the beautiful violins and cellos and stuff coming in and doing their thing, and then kind of, I would say a little bit kind of the chorus. I guess it's not really a chorus because it's just music, but it goes into where it goes like a half step down, and then it does like da-na, it just goes kind of out of tune, just slightly, and it does that to give you the dark part of it. That and without having the heartbeat in the back with the hand drums, and where the violin just goes slightly out of tune.
Oh yeah. That
It
moment.
doesn't give you, yeah, at that moment, it does not give you the dark, ominous, thriller type feeling to it.
Right.
Which I always
That's the
try
moment
and
that hit
stress.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where
that's the moment
you
that
start
hit
getting
me.
that like that scared feeling when you hear that go out of tune like that.
Right. And that's those, like you said, those little things that make the song. That's it. That's the spot. And like I said, I had other parts to it. There were a lot more guitar parts, and that was just really in that moment, that one, sometimes recording live too, that one little moment where it kind of makes it too,
Yeah, it
We
was
cut
so
out all the
badass. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really happy. And even though the movie, so to say, didn't happen, this was a fun, like I said before, we did a full 360 on it and turned it into something else, and other people, were kind of involved. We had other artists we were wanting on it, but it worked out best at the end. But mostly Chris and
Yeah,
I,
and
working on it.
and the video was my first time working with. I don't know if you saw the picture moving a little bit stuff, which I actually have that on my background when I was up on the Britney's panels. I'm putting those Halloween moving pictures. There is a program I use called Mirage, which you choose how you want the picture to flow, and it slowly moves and repeats itself. and I used it in that video to make things move, and that's really where that came from. Is my first time using that, and it made it really dark feeling. And anytime I do videos, just so you know, anytime I do videos, I kind of like to do the old film grainy stuff or the staticky stuff, because I like the feeling of old film. You know, I got like the little
Yeah.
wrinkles and cuts and stuff that are in it as it's going through, like it's a reel in a movie theater.
Well, see, that's
Um,
perfect because Limbo, I wanted it in black and white. I don't know if you remember that in my screenplay notes. Half the movie was going to be in black and white,
yeah,
so it had an older, like, 50s, 60s kind of feel.
I still have that picture in my head though. The scream you wanted me to do with the blood coming out of my mouth
Oh yeah.
at the
Well, it's
person's
funny.
face. That would have been so cool.
I'm actually sitting in the room I wanted to film it at, one of my older bedrooms. This was the room I wanted to film it in for some reason, but yeah, but I'm happy we got the music out. Who knows? Maybe down the road we'll do another album, maybe the film. We'll see what
We're,
happens. And
we're gonna start when I start getting settled down and stuff. We're gonna start doing the films and stuff because I won't have anything to do.
yeah,
I
for
want
sure,
to work
man.
on it because I'm gonna need help with my music videos. When I do my music, I wanted to have so many ideas for videos and stuff for the music, kind of like thoughts of self harm and then like the being in the bottomless pit. I kind of have a whole bunch of ideas and stuff on it, but so far that's
Cool.
it for today, guys. We showed 4 songs from our album, from his album, and I am going to share the link down here at the bottom. I will put it in the video too if I can save it on the back end of my YouTube.
Cool. Yeah, and everyone, thank you for listening to this. The album's free to stream, so you can check it out. If you want to download a song or anything like that, there's some stuff on there. But yeah, thank you, Chris, for having me here too. I want to say that again. A lot of
No problem,
fun.
man.
2-year revisit.
Angels, did you have any questions before we sign out? Did you have any questions about any of the songs that you listened to today?
Oh, shivers. No, not at the moment. I'll probably have questions in like 6 hours or something.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That was a good question you asked earlier, so thank you for that and for checking this one out.
And thank you for everyone for being here. This is my first time doing it on doing anything like this on StreamYard. It's usually more. There's more I could do because I have better options on other streaming software. But this was my first time going on through here. But thank you to everyone that was here.
Yeah. Thank you guys and gals. And
be sure to go to that link, download your stuff, or if you want any of the songs, you can listen to it. Say, oh, I like that song. Download it, use it, whatever. Or get the whole album for $6.66. Yes, it's that number. That's the whole point. It's a scary horror theme, but yeah. What you want to say, Aaron?
I was gonna say that was last minute. I couldn't think of a price point, so I just put that on there. So the 666 is, mark of the beast.
It makes a lot of people freak out. I think it's just a number.
Yeah.
But
I think it's good luck, man. It's a good luck thing. I don't know. Maybe not.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with like the number 13 or number 27 and all that different stuff. I actually, when I would make clans on a video game, I would be like K13 or, Rage 13 or something, just because people get really freaked out by that number too.
Right.
But we're going to head off, guys. Thank you for showing up today and seeing our music that we did together. This is the 2nd anniversary. Oh yeah, talk about that really quick before we sign off. This is the 2nd anniversary, and talk about how many plays and stuff you were talking about.
Well, earlier that was like the Spotify stuff. That was like all of it, and I don't think that's not a real number. But Circus of Fear though was the highest played song from Bandcamp. I think I told you that the first or a little blaze after. That was that night on the 31st, 2001. And, it's on Spotify. It's on Apple. If anybody else wants to check it out. On the other stuff, it's on YouTube. Chris has a lot of the songs on his YouTube page as well, with the Limbo video. And am I missing anything else? maybe more of the concepts, but in possibly future songs. And yeah, it's just cool. It feels like we just did it yesterday, and here it is 2 years later. So
Hmm. So wait,
yeah.
so didn't you say there was like a lot of views or something or watches?
Mostly
You
on
said
Circus of Fear. That
70,000 or
was
something, right?
well, that was the Summer Stories album. That was the one I was kind of celebrating a while back. Yeah, I still can't believe that number, but that's what I'm reading on Spotify. So
Oh, Jujubee, we're about to shut it down, and you just now got here. Hello, how you doing?
yeah, this is a very long sign off here.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you everyone who showed up. Music Link, and yeah, who knows? Maybe future film. We'll see. In the works.
Yeah, I actually found this intro song I couldn't figure out how I could put it in and stuff, but it's that weird song for the intro. I guess it could be like an outro thing. Oh, well, I can give some Joker laughs as an outro. Like I have a recording of that like this. There you go. A Joker laugh. See if there's anything else I'm missing on
Anything you
here.
want to close? I think we covered all the notes, man. That was good. We went over the key songs. Of course, I could go on and on. We could talk 5 more hours on the other songs, but
Oh
I
yeah, I
know
go
it's
crazy
getting
on
late.
this talking.
We'll just nerd out and like either bore people or think we're too much into music then at that point, and then
Mm-hmm. Ah, cool. I don't go live on this channel that much, but I'm gonna start trying to see if I could do something, maybe if people want me to.
One last thing for me though, Chris, will this be on your YouTube page live later, or once it's posted, it'll be on there later? My question.
Right when I close this down, it's going to be on the back end of my YouTube page. So if you go to my YouTube page, you can actually go to live on the top bars. You got the videos and live and stuff, and it will be right there. And I can go, like, I have the other one still saved on the back end. I have it hidden though, because I did get a copyright on it, a copyright hit. So
Really? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
our own music.
well, actually,
That's
I got
crazy.
that one. They hit me because I was testing the sound and I played my karaoke. I was doing
Oh yeah, that's probably what it was. If it was a cover
yeah,
or
it was a
something.
cover of Stone Sour. Say You'll Haunt Me. Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, it is what it is. Oh well. It's just I couldn't monetize it. They say it's okay, but I just can't monetize it. So it's fine. I don't monetize anyways, but I just put it in the back end and hit it because I figured that was going to happen. I just don't like having all those copyright hits, even though if they're like not copyright strikes or anything, they're like a hold on my video. Like if anything comes on my video that could cost, give them money, they'll take it all. So,
Right.
but anyways, guys, we're gonna head out now, and we will see you next time. Peace, guys. Have a great day. Everyone can say bye now.
Everyone, happy Halloween. Catch you on the flip side.
Angels, you can say bye.
Sorry, I was talking in chat. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being at my channel once again. And enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever it is.
Okay, guys, I will see y'all guys in the next stream. If you're in Brittany's stream, she wants me to be in that one on the panel. And I'll see you guys there if you're there. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, pray to the rock gods.